Serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 6.
One person is in custody after authorities found the body of a missing one-year-old girl. Good evening, and thank you so much for joining us.
Authorities believe that Kinsley Ava Leanne Olson was abducted, and an Amber Alert was issued this morning. It was later canceled when investigators cleared 2 suspects in the case. We got word late this afternoon that Kinsley's body was found in Poplar, Montana. Officials are still investigating the case. We'll pass along more information about this case as it becomes available.
Anybody with like a depressive mood disorder or anxiety, a lot of times marijuana will make those psychiatric conditions worse.
The push is on to give North Dakota voters a chance to decide if marijuana use, recreational or medicinal, should be legal.
At 4:20 this afternoon, people across the state came together at several sites to gather petition signatures calling for a vote on 2 pot-related measures. This was at Island Park in Fargo.
And those supporters sing Mary Jane's praises, health officials and addiction counselors warn the impact of legalizing weed could be far-reaching. Valley News Team's Cornelius Hawker has more on this story.
One of the things that potentiates the myth of the fact that people can't get addicted to marijuana, it's a fat-soluble drug. And because of that, it comes out of your body slowly.
Michael Kaspari says because marijuana comes out of your body slowly, the withdrawal symptoms are usually pretty mild, but
that doesn't mean that there isn't a withdrawal syndrome. There is a very well-documented one.
Those symptoms can include being anxious, depressed, suffering from insomnia, and even losing weight.
It's kind of a double-edged sword because people get relief from those things in the interim while they're using, while they're high, but in the big picture, it makes the depression worse.
When we're looking at different laws and how we approach substances, that we need to look at all the considerations and what the future might hold, looking at what the past has done for like alcohol and how it might impact people's lives.
Gina Nolte with Clay County Public Health says the wide acceptance of pot smoking is troubling to most health officials.
A culture that normalizes recreational use of marijuana may bring us the same kinds of problems as alcohol has.
Nolte says in places where smoking weed is legal, the long-term impact is far from being understood.
It's still being studied, but as we look at what's happening with tobacco, with alcohol and other substances, we realize that we probably have the next big challenge ahead of us in prevention.
Because it's less dangerous than alcohol doesn't mean it's good for you.
Cornelius Hawker, Valley News Live.
Both petitions need more than 13,000 signatures by July 11th to get the measures on the November ballot.
2 Moorhead teenagers were sent to the hospital today after they were struck by a vehicle. A witness told police they were stopped at a crosswalk so the boys could cross, and that's when a second vehicle hit them. It happened in the 200 block of 21st Street South in Moorhead. The teenagers were taken to Essentia Health, but police say the injuries are not serious. The Clay County Attorney's Office is reviewing charges against 49-year-old Evelma Martinez for failing to yield at a crosswalk and not having insurance. A body recovered from Lake of the Woods yesterday has been identified as 28-year-old Keith Ayers of Baudette. Ayers had been missing since last October when the bodies of 2 other men, Justin Hogvet and Cody Ostendorf, were recovered after their boat was found capsized near Flag Island. Last night, Ontario police responded to a report of a deceased male on the shoreline of Powder Island on Lake of the Woods. An autopsy is scheduled for later this week at the District Hospital in Kenora.
Cloudy skies with a little sunshine today. There it is. And we also had lighter winds. That's what we saw up there. Let's head over to Hutch Johnson to see what tonight will look like. Hutch?
Mike, the best part of the day is outdoors right now. So when I'm finished here, I expect not to see you. You should go out and play. It's 66 degrees. But why not Minot? It's 674 rather. It's 64 in Roseau and 71s across Lakes Country this hour with those pesky low clouds still lingering. Some moderate to heavy shower activity southern Minnesota into the Sioux Falls area as an area of low pressure very slowly wobbles its way out of the region. Temperatures this evening will stay in the 60s for the next couple of hours. It does look like we'll have light winds this evening, but we do have some changes to talk about tomorrow. 60s as well in Grand Forks. Get out and enjoy. Mike, it looks delightful and it won't stay like that forever. I'll have all the details here in a minute. Are you still there?
I'm still there.
Okay.
But I'll be gone in a little bit.
All right.
All right, thanks.
Hey, if he's out of here, I'm out of here too. That's all I have to say. North Dakota has two seasons, winter and construction. The 13th Avenue South reconstruction begins tomorrow morning, bringing chaos to drivers and construction crews. The project aims to improve one of the most traveled roads in Fargo. The eastbound and westbound roadway will be reconstructed from 38th Street to 45th Street. The work zone is almost a mile, and traffic control will be in place from the I-29 interchange to 45th Street. Police recommend taking alternate routes like 15th Avenue and 17th Avenue on the south side and Main Avenue on the north side, and leaving earlier than usual. When taking alternate routes, don't drive on private property. It is illegal. They'll have extra officers on scene because of the chaos of the project.
We're going to have them to protect the construction workers. We're also going to have it because sometimes people get aggravated or frustrated and they take out their frustrations while driving. They speed, they will use shortcuts where they shouldn't, and so we're going to be out there to make sure that doesn't happen.
Tune in tonight to Valley News Live 10 at 10. We'll have much more on the project.
Some tears today at a public forum regarding budget cuts at the University of North Dakota. UND is trying to make $21 million in cuts following less state funding because of a state budget shortfall. It was packed there today, 700 people, some of them lining up to cite their grievances for the loss of two programs, a minor in sign language and the music therapy program. Others, like Jackie DeMolay, is losing her staff position working at UND's One-Stop Information Center.
I will no longer be employed at this institution. It is not because I don't love it. It is not because of my performance. It is because of the budget cuts.
Interim school president Ed Schaefer says that they'll have a recruiting program in place and hopefully they can find other positions for people who are cut once the budget is straightened out. Schaefer says that he'll take today's comments into consideration before submitting his final budget to the state. That'll happen later this month.
North Dakota's prison population is on the rise. From 2005 to 2014, it had the fourth fastest growing rate in the country. To help stem that rise, a committee dealing with incarceration issues has enlisted the help of the Council of State Governments Justice Center. Together, they'll look at the data behind the incarceration rate and figure out how better to keep the public safe. Mark Pelka with the Justice Center says the state can lower costs by using probation more often for lower level offenders, while focusing the prison space for those who pose a more clear threat to society.
Moorhead Mayor Delray Williams took time this morning to meet with neighbors and businesses at the latest Coffee with the Mayor get-together. Williams answered questions about concerns over traffic projects and how it will impact businesses. She also talked about and answered questions about the search for a new city manager following Michael Redlinger's ousting. Williams says that the search for Redlinger's replacement will begin soon. Here's a chance for us to get together and chat. Remember to like Valley News Live on Facebook. You can follow the latest news, weather, and breaking news updates anytime on your feed. Just search Valley News Live, like our page, and you'll stay informed throughout the entire day.
Some new rules for all you anglers out there, and the new regulations even affect the Red River. Details later on Valley News Live at 6.
And we have a few things that are fishy in the forecast. After some fog and low clouds for much of the early portion of our day, we're finally seeing some sun. The best weather for the last several hours is right now. I'll have details on how long it lasts coming up right after this.